My dear child, you have grasped the truth that your encouragement is a spiritual transaction, a flow of my life through you to a dry and thirsty world. Now, I want to lead you into the profound depth of your calling, which is the ministry of seeing. Most of the world looks at the surface, at a person's accomplishments, their failures, their clothing, or their social status. They judge by what is visible and temporary. But I call you to adopt my vision. You must look past the visible exterior and deeply into the invisible heart, the very place where my spirit seeks to dwell. Think of the people I chose in the scriptures, for they are your examples. I did not choose the powerful king, but the young shepherd boy, David, who was overlooked by his own family. I did not choose the well-educated religious leaders, but the simple fishermen who were considered unlearned. Why? Because I look at the potential in the spirit, not the resume or the past mistakes. When you encounter someone today, do not see them through the lens of their current mistake, their debt, or their sorrow. See them through the lens of my love and my purpose. Speak to the giant that is sleeping inside them. When you encourage a weary mother, you are not just saying a kind word. You are speaking to a prophet who is raising the next generation. When you bless a struggling father, you are speaking to the priest who is meant to lead his household in faith. The world says, I will believe it when I see it. But my kingdom operates on a radically different principle. You'll see it when you believe it and speak it. Your words are a divine tool to call forth the hidden destiny I have placed inside them. You are reminding them of who I say they are, not who the world or their past failures say they are. You are an agent of resurrection, speaking life into dry bones. This is why silence is so dangerous. When a person is discouraged, silence is interpreted as confirmation of their unworthiness. When someone is hurting, silence can feel like active abandonment. The enemy rushes in to fill that vacuum of silence with his own lies and crushing condemnation. You are called to break that silence. Even a simple, awkward, but genuine, I was just thinking about you and praying for you, or I really appreciate your strength, is a weapon against despair. Do not wait for a polished, profound moment. Speak the encouragement that my spirit gives you right now. Sometimes you hesitate because you fear rejection. You worry, what if they misunderstand my motives? I tell you, your job is to obey my prompting. The result is my responsibility. Your motivation is pure love, and love never truly fails. Even if your blessing is initially met with resistance, the seed is planted, and my word will not return to me void. It will accomplish what I sent it to do. Your courage to speak life is far more important than your personal comfort in remaining silent. Look at my son, Jesus, who is your perfect example of the restorer. When he met the woman at the well, everyone else saw her past, her sins, and her broken reputation. They saw a permanent reject. But Jesus saw a messenger, a future evangelist who would transform her entire town. He spoke not to her shame, but to her future. When he met Peter after Peter had denied him 3 times, Jesus didn't scold him or even remind him of his failure. He simply asked him, "Do you love me?" and then commissioned him immediately, "Feed my sheep." He restored Peter's purpose and identity before he even had a chance to fully apologize or prove himself worthy. This is the kind of unconditional encouragement I call you to. It is radical. It is unconditional. It doesn't wait for repentance or perfection. It says, I know who you are in Christ, and I commission you anyway. Go and be blessed, and now go and bless others. My child, you are an agent of this restoration. Every time you lift up a fallen person, you are performing the very work of the cross in the earth. You are extending grace where the world demands instant judgment. This is the difference between a simple, kind person and a spirit-filled minister of my kingdom. I have placed my powerful voice inside you. Use it to heal, to build, and to restore. Do not be stingy with the hope I have freely given you. Pour it out. Your scarcity mindset must be replaced by my abundance mindset. When you see a need for encouragement, that is my spirit nudging you, saying, go, and the words will be given to you in that hour. Do not overthink it. Simply act in faith. This is the path of true discipleship and the secret to unending joy. I have spoken to you. Now, go and speak to others. I have encouraged you. Now, go and encourage others. I have blessed you. Now, go and bless others. This is my heart. This is my will. This is my way. Amen. My dear child, listen closely, for I am right behind you, trying to talk to you for the next few powerful moments. You must listen with your heart, not just your ears. Otherwise, you risk missing the specific blessing I have prepared for you today. My child, I know you are seeking my favor, and you long to be blessed and covered by my grace always. But I ask you, what about the people all around you? They, too, are hungry for encouragement and desperate for a blessing. A single, sincere word from you can completely transform a person's entire day, their entire outlook, and even their eternal path. Heartfelt compliments and authentic encouragement help people feel valued, seen, and empowered to perform better, while fault-finding and endless criticism only tear them down, extinguishing the very light I place within them. Today, I am asking you to choose one person, just one, whom you would like to bless, and immediately begin to encourage them. Do not wait for a better time or a better feeling. Tell them how much you truly value them. Remind them how special they are to their Lord, and express your sincere gratitude for the simple fact of their existence in your life. I am walking behind you, and I am walking right beside you. I go before you, and I surround you completely with my everlasting love, a love that has no beginning and no end. I have been whispering to you, calling your name softly with endless patience. Yet I see that you have been busy, easily distracted, and your heart has grown cold due to many loud and demanding voices of the world, the voices of worry and fear. For the next few moments, draw near to me, push aside the noise. Listen with your heart, which is a spiritual organ I designed to hear my voice, not only with your physical ears. My words are not empty, they are substance. They bring life, they bring healing, they are full of power, and they give clear direction for the very next step you need to take. If you receive them now, they will lift you higher than the heavy, suffocating weight of your current worries and fears. If you turn away, you may miss the very thing I have set aside for your breakthrough, a specific instruction that will change your course. My child, I see the sincere longing, the desperate yearning in your heart. I see your prayers, the ones you whisper late at night, when no one else is awake. I see your tears that no one else ever witnesses. I know your thoughts, the private conversations you have with yourself, when you think no one else can read them or understand them. I know your struggles. I know your doubts, the questions that keep you up at night. And I know your silent cries that you hold inside your heart, the burdens you fear sharing with anyone. I know when you are weary. I know when you are tired of fighting your daily battles, tired of the relentless pressure to keep going. Yet I am still here. I have not moved. I am not far away. I am close to you, even when you feel the most distant, most isolated, and most alone. I do not abandon my children. My eyes are upon you, watching over you with perfect love, and my hand is reaching out to you even now, ready to lift you up. You ask for my blessings, and I absolutely delight in blessing you. My blessings are not limited by the world's resources. My blessings are not scarce. I don't give them grudgingly, counting the cost. I love to pour out good things, peace, joy, provision, and favor onto my children. But hear this fundamental truth. I do not bless you so that you can keep everything for yourself. I bless you so that you can be a channel of my heart to others, a conduit of my grace and mercy. You are not merely a cup designed to hold water only for yourself. You are a stream through which my living waters are intended to flow. When you share the comfort, the love, or the resources you receive, more flows to you immediately. When you close your hand and hold on tightly, what you begins to dry up and become stagnant. But when you open your heart and bless others, my abundance will be poured into you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over as my word promises. Look closely at the people around you, my child. Look at the faces of those you pass by in the street, at work, or even in your own home. Some smile outwardly, putting on a brave face, but they are silently weeping inwardly, dealing with unseen trauma and grief. Some appear strong, like unbreakable pillars, but they are fragile within, one crisis away from shattering. They are carrying burdens heavier than their words reveal. They hunger for encouragement, like a starving man hungers for bread. They thirst for a kind, genuine word. They long for someone to truly see them, to truly hear their silent cry, and to simply bless them. You carry my presence. You carry my light. I have deliberately called you to be a living reflection of my heart to them, a glimpse of heaven on earth. Do not ever underestimate the power of a single kind word, one sentence spoken in my name and sealed by my spirit. It can heal a deep wound that has been hidden and festering for years. It can plant a vibrant seed of hope where deep despair has been rooted for a lifetime. My child, you live in a world consumed by harsh criticism and soul-destroying negativity. People are quick to judge, quick to condemn, and quick to tear down others to make themselves feel taller. But I have called you to be distinctly different, set apart. I have called you to build up, to strengthen, to restore, and to repair the broken places. The words that come from your mouth are not just sounds. They are spiritual seeds. They will either plant life and healing, or they will plant destruction and despair. Therefore, I command you, choose life, choose blessing, choose encouragement, choose to see others the way I see them, through the lens of my mercy and their potential. When you bless others, you instantly open the door for me to bless you even more abundantly, because you are operating in the flow of my kingdom. You may look at yourself and say, I feel small. My words are too few. My actions are too insignificant. But listen, every time you choose to love, every time you choose to forgive, every time you choose to encourage, you are planting something that lasts for eternity. Heaven notices what the world completely ignores. Do not think that your small part is insignificant. Even a small seed of faith grows into a mighty tree. I want you to be my voice on the earth. Speak over your family. Speak over your friends. Speak hope over strangers. Speak life over those who are lost and those who feel defeated. I speak to my children to build them up, to heal them, to guide them, and to give them a future. Never to crush them with condemnation. I want you to do the very same, because you are my hands. You are my heart in the world. When people hear you speak, they should taste the goodness of my love. When people see you act, they should catch a glimpse of my kindness and my unconditional acceptance. This is not a heavy religious burden you have to bear. This is your highest purpose. This is how you walk in the fullness of the life I gave you. Go out today, my child. Look for the ones who need a smile. Look for the ones who feel invisible and unloved. And speak and bless and encourage them with passion and sincerity. Do not wait for a perfect moment. Do not hold back what I have put on your heart. Do not doubt my voice. My dear child, we have walked together through the truth of your calling, recognizing that your encouragement is the visible hand of my love in the world. Now, let us turn our focus to the harvest of encouragement, the powerful, often invisible return that comes back to you and the exponential effect it has on the world around you. You must understand that when you bless someone, you are not simply performing a good deed. You are engaging a divine, eternal law of sowing and reaping. Your words are seeds. If you sow seeds of criticism, doubt, and negativity, that is the bitter fruit you will eventually harvest in your own life. But when you deliberately sow seeds of life, hope, and affirmation, you set yourself up for a harvest of profound peace and multiplied joy. The measure you use to bless others is the measure that will be poured back into your lap. This is not merely a nice saying. It is a fundamental principle of my kingdom's economy. You cannot give away encouragement without receiving more encouragement in return. You cannot pour out love without my spirit pouring more love back into your heart. When you lift a person's spirit, you are simultaneously lifted. The very energy and grace required to encourage someone else, even when you're tired, is the exact energy and grace that fills your own empty places. Do not see your giving as a drain on your resources. See it as the activation of my endless supply. Think about the story of the widow of Zarephath. She had only a small handful of flour and a little oil, barely enough to feed herself and her son one last meal. Yet, when the prophet Elijah asked her to give him the first portion, she obeyed and gave from her scarcity. Her resource did not multiply while she held on to it. It multiplied as she gave it away, the moment she chose generosity over fear. The jar of flour and the jug of oil miraculously never ran dry. Your encouragement is like that oil. If you feel you have very little hope, peace, or strength to give, you must give the little you have. And I promise you, in that very act of faith, the supply will not run out. The blessing is found in the flow, not in the storage. Do not wait for a perfect moment when your cup feels overflowing. My power is perfected in your moment of weakness and obedience. Your vulnerability becomes my opportunity to showcase my faithfulness. I do not demand affection from you. I only demand obedience to the gentle promptings of my spirit. Furthermore, your encouragement creates a powerful ripple effect that extends far beyond the person you speak to. When you bless a husband, you're not just blessing him. You are strengthening the pillar of his home, and that blessing flows to his wife and his children. When you lift the spirit of a teacher, you are touching every student in her classroom. When you affirm a leader, you are stabilizing the entire organization they lead. You are not just dealing with individuals. You are impacting networks, families, and communities. Your one simple word can start a chain reaction of kindness that changes the entire atmosphere of a city. The darkness in the world often seems overwhelming, but I tell you, darkness is nothing more than the absence of light. Your encouragement is a light source. It dispels the shadow of despair in an instant. A single candle is enough to change the nature of an entire room. You are that candle. You are called not to curse the darkness, but to shine my light into it, one kind word at a time. Do not underestimate the collective power of these small, consistent acts of grace. The great movements of the Spirit always begin with small acts of faithfulness in secret places. Your faithfulness in encouraging the one person in front of you is a prophetic act that declares my dominion over the loneliness and despair of this world. You must remember the true measure of success. The world measures success by how many people know your name, but I measure success by how many lives you have helped to lift and restore. The world praises those who build monuments to themselves, but I praise those who quietly build up the hearts of others. The world crowns those who rise above their peers, but I crown those who constantly lift their peers up. Do you want to be great in my kingdom? Then be the greatest encourager. Do you want to be truly rich in my eyes? Then freely give away the treasures of hope and grace. Do you want to be like me? Then love radically, forgive instantly, and bless constantly. This is a simple, yet demanding path of true greatness. Let this truth sink deep into your soul. Your words are not just yours. They are a direct line from my heart to the heart of the person who hears them. Speak with the authority of my love, and watch as I turn your simple words into mighty acts of spiritual restoration. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. The person who needs your word today might not be available tomorrow. Act now. I have spoken to you. Now, go and speak to others. I have encouraged you. Now, go and encourage others. I have blessed you. Now, go and bless others. This is my heart. This is my will. This is my way.